Okay, let's look at the checkout for Thursday on Pythagorean theorem for week 7. So there are two choices on the checkout. You could do the Go formative, which you will use Clever to access the Go formative, or you can open this Google form right here. On both of them, there's going to be 5 problems for you to complete. I'm going to go through a few of these Google form problems, which are similar to the Go formative problems. Also, if you're going to do the Google form, remember to move the smiley face over your choice so we know which one you did so we could check your grades faster. Okay, here's an example problem from the Google form that you'll see. Remember, all week we're using the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And then what's special about these this week is we have, across from the right angle, we have the letter c. So in our formula, under the letter c, we're going to substitute that longest side, the hypotenuse. In this case, it's 12. Okay, we don't know what a is, so we can either put a squared here or x squared, and then we'll put the 5 here under the b. Then you would continue to solve, so x squared, we just bring that down, and then 5 times 5 is 25, and 12 squared, or 12 times 12, is 144. And now we use inverse operations to isolate our variables. So since it's plus 25, we're going to subtract 25 from both sides. And then that gives us 119. And then the final step is to take the square root of that. I don't think this is a perfect square. No, it's not. So we get about 10.9. Okay, so then does that answer make sense? 10.9? It sure does, because we have our shorter sides are 5 and 10.9, and our longest side is 12. Here's another example. So same formula. And then make sure you have your calculator handy when you're working on these, and scratch paper. Okay, once again, across from the right angle, we have the letter C. So under the letter C, we put 10.5 squared, and then we'll go x squared or a squared plus 5 squared. So you set it up like that. Now, 5 times 5 is 25, and then 10.5 times 10.5. That's 110.25. Again, I needed my calculator for that. And now inverse operations. So subtract 25 from both sides to get x squared by itself. And that gives us 85.25. And then the last step is take the square root of that. So the square root of that, and that gives us about a 9.3. Okay, so let's go back up here to 9, put a 9.3 here. Okay, so we have 5, 9.3, and our longest side is 10.5, so that does work out. And then there's another one that has a TV or computer monitor, and I think she mentioned this before, but all computer monitors, TV screens, they are all measured by their diagonal. So if you go shopping for one, you would notice it's the diagonal width that they're giving you. Okay, so a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And then we're looking right here. Do you see this right triangle? You know, here's the right angle. Now for this one, we're looking for the diagonal. So we're looking for the C. So kind of mixed it up, and this is what you did last week. So the 13.5 and the 7 are going to be our A and B. So I'm going to go 7 squared plus 13.5 squared equals C squared. Okay, so I hope this one doesn't mess you up. Okay, so now we're going to go 7 times 7, which is 49. And then I'm going to grab my calculator to do 13.5 times 13.5. And that's 182.25 equals c squared. Okay, so then I add this together and then take the square root. So add that together and we get 231.25 for c squared. Okay, same final step. Take the square root of that. Take the square root of that, and we get about 15.2 for the diagonal of this computer screen. So 15.2, and that works out because we have 13.57 and then 15.2 for the longest side. So this is kind of a review from last week. When you get the diagonal, that's getting the letter C. So hopefully that doesn't mess you up. So there's 5 practice problems like this on the Google form, and then hit submit. Okay, so that was the Google form. Move the smiley face over if you're going to do that. The Go Formative has similar practice problems, so I'm not going to go through that. So it's your choice. You may just want to take care of the Google form since you've already seen some of those problems. And then don't forget to check out here. So you want to fill in the checkout form so we can wrap it all up, and then you would submit your slides. Oh, but wait, there's more. Check out the last slide. Miss Hartman is awesome. Look what she made. She made this geometric artwork, and she's showing you the directions here. I think she has to fix these videos, but there's step-by-step directions here. And that's if you have these supplies like painter, masking tape, or tape. And you're going to tape them. Look at all the right angles here that she made, and then color the different spaces, remove the tape, and then take a picture and share it with her if you wanted to try something like this. If you want to try it on a smaller scale, try maybe just Scotch tape on a piece of paper with crayons. That might work if you don't have access to the sidewalk chalk. But how super fun is this? I love it. It's so beautiful. Okay, so that takes care of the week. Hopefully you did your 3 Dreambox lessons and your check-in form. On the Learn Day, you did the notes or the Desmos. The Practice Day, you did that link. And then today was checkout. And then don't forget to please submit your slides so we know they're completely finished.